Hello, and welcome to all artists who are here and ready to take the action needed to move your career to the next level. My name is Susan Mumford, aka at Susan J. Mumford, and as the founder of Be Smart About Art, I'm here to talk with you about making it as an artist in the 21st century. This video is the fourth in a 10 weekly video tip series ahead of a course with the same name, that is, Making It as an Artist in the 21st Century. Whether you're just starting out or you're a mid-career artist, this tip, just like the course, is for you. And on that note, as soon as you're finished with this video, be sure to click the link on this page to find out more about the course and to freely register your place to attend. Now then, last week's video tip really addressed the role of artist communities, and this week's tip looks at the pricing of art in the consideration of income streams. Now, this is massively important when it comes to succeeding as an artist today. The very first thing I want to talk with you about is market price. Now, what I mean by market price is the study price of a work of art in this context that is the same price no matter where it's sold. So whether a piece is being sold out of your studio, through a gallery, an art competition, an online site, you name it, the market price is that single price at which it sells, regardless of if you're getting 100% commission of the sell or if you're taking a 50 or 60% cut, what have you. Now, why is that? Well, there are a number of reasons. One of them is that you establish the value of your pieces within the general marketplace. What that means then is that you've actually got somewhere to go from. So when you have a clear value, then you can slowly increase your pieces, of course, over time. Furthermore, what it means is that nobody who's selling your works is undercutting anybody else. Furthermore, let's say a collector has purchased a piece by you from a gallery. What happens is that they don't end up being irritated that it's being sold at a lesser price directly from your studio. And for that matter, it brings to mind a few years ago, I remember an art gallery being really upset that an artist was selling pieces for less than they were out of the studio to their own collectors. Now, you can understand that that was upsetting to the gallery. However, my question to the gallery at the time was, have you even had a conversation about this, about the fact it needs to be that same price, that market price? And they hadn't had that conversation yet. So what happened is the artist sold it for less, but they were actually damaging their own pricing because they were really muddling things, they were confusing the collector, upsetting the gallery, and they didn't have anything to then move from. So you can see that having that market price is really important. Now, I mentioned increasing prices. What I'm about to tell you now is applicable to those just starting out. Again, those also who are perhaps a bit further along in their careers. So what do you do about pricing older pieces? Well, when it comes to increasing prices, it is by all means possible to change the prices of pieces that you made years ago. What you have to bear in mind is things like, as you slowly but surely sell those older pieces, that you have less of them available. That's that whole concept of supply and demand. So that's one thing that will increase those older prices, those older pieces. But the other point as well is think about just the simple point of inflation. It's not like buying a banana from the shop stays the same price forever. It increases over time. Well, the cost of living increases, and therefore the price of how your works are priced will also be increasing in time. So you can by all means increase older prices, but what about, generally speaking, increasing prices? What I recommend as a Be Smart About Art best practice is having a pricing review once a year. Now, it's not to say that you increase your prices every single year, and it's not to say that you have a consistent time period at which you regularly increase your prices, but you at least review it at a certain time, and you always take that as an opportunity once you've decided if you are increasing your prices to get in touch with existing clients as well as those who are currently interested in pieces and say to them, my pieces will be increasing at this point in time. Take the opportunity to buy at the current price before the prices do indeed go up. Now, there's one last point, which is making certain that when you price art, that you price it in context of everything else. So when you price an individual piece or body of work, it needs to make sense alongside an existing body of work as well. So you don't completely price it individually. You actually think of all of your works really as a cohesive whole. Now, how does that sound? Probably sounds pretty good. There's a lot to think about when it comes to pricing art, and we'll be covering this conversation much more in depth in that course, Making It as an Artist in the 21st Century. Now, next week, we will indeed be moving on to a new subject, which is going to be actually looking at what are those income streams, but specifically then how can you identify the audience to match the income streams? Because if you are trying to market to everyone, you're marketing to no one. We really want to fine tune exactly who your target clients are. Ready to go? Be sure to check out full details on the course, Making It as an Artist in the 21st Century, on this very page, and freely register your place. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and dare I say that it is a matter of taking the stepping stones to make a success in the art world today. As we say, art is your life, make it your living.